Hello and welcome to the United Stand. Big news for Manchester United tonight that Jose Mourinho has opposed Ed Woodward and Manchester United on summer transfer strategy. That is the headline. It officially is true, but it's not maybe what many people thought, or maybe it is. What are your thoughts on this? Jose Mourinho and most of the Premier League clubs have voted for the transfer window to shut before the first game of the Premier League from now on. So no more August the 31st, 11 o'clock deadline, Jim White yellow tie time. It will now be from next season. Quite a symbolic thing. I mean, yeah, it is being reported today, but I think because it's just happened, maybe people aren't thinking it through. But the transfer window will now close before the first Premier League game of the season. I think it's the day before at 5 o'clock. Is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Mourinho thinks it's a good thing because as a football manager, he wants to start the season with a settled squad. We know Wenger was moaning about it as well. But then you've got Manchester United and Manchester City both opposing it. Why would they want to do that? Well, big clubs, big budgets, they probably, big business people, they want as long as possible to deal with deals. And also, let's not forget, outside of England, European football especially, your La Liga, your Serie A, their transfer window at the moment will close 2 weeks after. Does that leave Premier League clubs exposed? Does it mean that if, say, after the transfer window is shut in England, what if Ronaldo decides he wants to go? A domino effect starts around Europe and Premier League clubs can have no influence on it. So maybe that's what they're thinking. Personally, I think I'm for it. I think it'll be quite nice. I think back to that one we had with Van Gaal. When we started the season, we dropped a lot of points. And in the final week, we were signing people like Di Maria, and I think we bought Blind as well. But you've already started the season, and points can be dropped. So I don't know. I don't want that to happen. Just for those who are saying the live comments isn't working, it's not working because we're not live. We're not live because for the first time ever, my internet connection has been terribly bad. So rather than keep trying to go live and waste everybody else's time, I thought let's do a pre-record, let's crack on with the show, get it up, but I've left your live comments up as well. So apologies for that, but the show must go on and we must have a contingency plan. We're not Liverpool, we have got a plan B. So what else to talk about? Antonio Valencia could miss the game against Chelsea on November the 4th because of international problems. He could be playing for his country, he won't have enough time to get back or get international clearance, so he could miss that game. That's some bit of news for you. But let's have a look what's going on in the world of football for Manchester United. This is the One Football app. You can download the link in the video description. Please do get involved. And what I do is I follow Manchester United because I support Manchester United, fully enough. And there's some cracking bits of news up here today. I was just looking at it before. Manchester United, Man City, Watford, Swansea, Crystal Palace voted against transfer window changes. I'd be intrigued to know why most people did vote against it, but this is quite interesting. Marek Hamsik, a lot of people are a big fan of his for years. He's been linked with United. He's basically saying he faces a tough decision in the future and could consider a move to Manchester United. I think we'd have to consider you first, pal. Manchester United fans pick their best Premier League Reds 11. Worth a little read in the Manchester Evening News. I'm not going to moan about that too much. FIFA 18 ratings are out and they're causing a lot of fun. This is in the Express, and effectively there's a lot of Premier League clubs moaning that Manchester United have got more favourable stats than some of them, especially Liverpool fans were moaning. Look, you're never going to win the league, Liverpool. Stop moaning. United probably are. Manchester United consider using 22-year-old Star as part of a swap deal for Danny Rose. That is Luke Shaw. I don't think there's anything in that. Ravel Morrison, described by Sam Allardyce as one of the worst players he's ever managed, but what a talent. Tell us something we don't know. And obviously the Premier League voting rights between Woodward and Mourinho, there was a little bit of that. Kylian Mbappe advised Ousmane Dembele to seal a move to Barcelona. Not fussed about what Mbappe does. I think he's wasted his career going to PSG, if I'm totally honest with you. So, where are we at with Manchester United? We're 2 days away from Stoke City on Saturday night. Can't wait for it. We'll have the watch along. I will be live with you tomorrow night at 8 o'clock as well. I may well have popped down the pub and have a couple of drinks. I know some of you quite like the juvenile Gold Bridge, but I will be with you for that. What are my thoughts on Manchester United at the moment? My thoughts on Manchester United at the moment is that I'm very excited, as I'm sure many of you are, about the upcoming game. I think we've got a fantastic opportunity to go, we're currently 6 points clear of Arsenal, and we need to maintain that. We don't this is the sort of game against Stoke that can cause us problems because historically it has. But I don't want that to happen for obvious reasons. And I just think it's the sort of game that if we can obtain... It's one of those weekends when you look at what everybody else is doing, and if you can win your game, you know you're going to make ground on people. So Spurs have got to go to Everton. They could drop points. Arsenal, home to Bournemouth, I would expect them to win that, to be fair. But Liverpool and Man City, one of them are going to drop points. Maybe both of them are going to drop points. Chelsea away to Leicester, they could drop points. So if we beat Stoke, we should be extending our gap over the rivals. Next weekend, we've got Everton at home. I'm very excited by it, but I think it's going to be a tough game. So, you know, what do we think on that? Somebody just said, can you just show me what the Manchester United fans' best Premier League 11 revealed? And the one that I can see is... Well, there's one or two, actually. I'll tell you what, Manchester Evening News can do one. I am not going on that website ever again. They are such scum. They throw up that bloody survey thing before it, and I refuse to do it. Just let me see the article about what it is. What an annoying thing that is. I'll tell you what, I've got to be honest, I hate not doing live as well. I really, really do. I don't like it at all. Paul Pogba pays tribute to Manchester United fans after winning, and Mourinho must give Ander Herrera a chance and start Marcus Rashford. That's in the Metro. And Sam Allardyce, we know that. Sam Allardyce has backed Manchester United to win the title. It's way, way too early for us to be talking about winning the title. Let's be totally honest. It's way too early for us to be talking about winning the title. We've just got to take it each game as it comes. And I'm sure that that's what we will do. I'm very excited about it. I hope that we can win the title. But you win the title by winning games against teams like Stoke away from home. As I said, they will treat it like a cup final. They will be at us, and I think I'm not opposed, as I said, I'm not opposed to us playing Fellaini in the midfield, dropping Mkhitaryan and going a little bit physical with them for an hour, and then in the last half an hour when they're tired, get the talent on, get Martial on, and get Mkhitaryan on, and let's pick them apart. I think for the first hour, everybody knows it. It's a bit like a boxing match, isn't it? You know, the favourite against the underdog. The underdog, for the first 3 rounds, they're going to come out swinging and hope to catch the underdog with a couple of blows and knock them out. We've got to be wary of that. And I had some people telling me you don't know anything about Stoke and that they are a really good footballing side now. I'd suggest you don't know anything about Stoke. Stoke haven't been too bad since Pulis left, but this season they look a very physical side again. That bit back 3 of Shawcross and Indy and Zuma. I think they'll give us. They're going to give Lukaku a problem, and I think he needs some physical support. Hence, Pogba's got to play a bit forward for me, and I don't think it's the sort of game for Mkhitaryan. But I've got no idea what Mourinho's going to do. He might pick the same winning team that he's picked for the last 3 games and keep Mata and Mkhitaryan in there and feel that we're going to dictate the play. Stoke are going to play deep, and you know what? That could happen. We don't necessarily need to go physical if Stoke are going to play deep and try and hit us on the break at home. But they are the home team, so I think they might be a little bit more physical than that. What else did I want to talk about? So we've got lots going on with the United stand over the weekend. The watch along will be at 4:30. The kickoff is at 5:30. We'll have the team news and we'll be right the way through till full time, which will be interesting. Get involved with That's Football. I've not really shouted that out enough. It's our new generic, people don't like that word, our new neutral football channel where we talk about all sorts of things. Sanders put up a video tonight. I'm doing one every morning at 7 o'clock that goes up. Just type in That's Football. There's loads and loads of content on there for you. I know this is going to be a short video tonight because I'm not live, and I hate not live. I find it very difficult to sort of just talk and talk and talk when I can't interact with you. I feel naked. Obviously I'm not. But if you want some extra content tonight, there's loads of stuff on That's Football, and it really is just a general football channel for us to just discuss lots and lots of different things. Apologies about the lag tonight. I just feel that we tried it twice. It never normally happens like that. We've obviously got a little bit of a problem with the internet in the area, and felt like we needed to get something up for you. Oh, that's what she said. But no, I suppose I get asked a lot, like, what do you think is coming for Manchester United this season? Do you think the squad's good enough and all that jazz? And that's, you know, very easy to discuss because I think we just got to go game to game. And I know that's a bit of a cop-out answer, but we really do just need to take it game to game and see what happens. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Very pertinent ahead of ourselves point there is that I think as long as we can just stay ahead of our rivals, which we are at the moment, 2 points clear of City and Liverpool, we need to keep that gap and keep building on that gap. The fixtures are favourable. Stoke away is difficult. Everton at home, potentially difficult. Southampton away, difficult. Crystal Palace at home. We should be winning all those if we want to win the title. And if we do that, I guarantee we'll have a bigger gap than we've got now on our rivals. And regardless of when we play them, I think after about 7 or 8 games in the Premier League, it starts to fall into a groove of what's going to happen. Your teams at the bottom are generally going to struggle. Your teams at the top are generally going to be the ones battling for the title. We want to be in the mix. We know after the last transfer window the last international break last year, we had nine points at this stage, and it went wrong against City and Watford. We've got to guard against that. There is trouble ahead. We're not going to keep winning every game. I think we're in that perfect point at the moment in the season where everything's going really well for us. We will have bad luck. We will have bad decisions. We'll have injuries. We'll have things go against us. But we need to be able to bounce back to that. And I agree with what Mourinho said a couple of weeks ago, that he's almost looking forward for us to go behind in a game to see what the character of the team is like. And he would only say that if he is confident in the team's character that they can come back from that. The spine is massive, and the spine is so important. We joke about teams like Arsenal being spineless, Spurs being spineless when they go up north, and Liverpool being spineless. But the reality is United have had a bit of a spine, but not a very strong spine for a few years now. Now we do. De Gea in goal, arguably the best goalkeeper in the world, I think he is. Bailly, arguably the best centre-back in the Premier League. Phil Jones, if he can stay fit, or Rojo when he does come back, good partners for Bailly, and who knows what will happen with Lindelof. Matic and Pogba, very good. And then Lukaku, that's your spine. I mean, you've got great bits off your spine, but the strength of that titanium spine potentially. Lukaku with the goals, Matic and Pogba with the quality and the experience to hold the midfield, Bailly with the power at the centre back, and a fantastic goalkeeper. It really does play into our hands. So really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to this season, but we've got to beat Stoke at the weekend. It's not the end of the world if we draw it. We shouldn't be losing it, but winning it, and that momentum and confidence just continues to build. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm really gutted myself all the way through this. I'm just thinking, why not? Why can't I have my live comments? Why does life mock me so? But we've had a good run, and I just want to see if there's anything else up for you on the OneFootball app. You can download it, link in the video description for that. Lots of things in there. You can get your FIFA 18 for United. What was I going to say? The United FIFA 18 stats in there. Link in the video description for the OneFootball app. It's free. Follow Manchester United and get all your latest news on there. Thanks everyone for watching. Massive apologies. I might try and do a live video a little bit later. I've just had it flash up on my screen there that the Wi-Fi is still very unstable. So even if I was trying to do it live now, it's not going to work. But I might do one at 10:30 tonight, just as an apology one. But thanks everyone for watching. Keep supporting the channel, keep getting involved, and I'll be back with you again tomorrow. Thanks for watching.